Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just for the record, not all 70s music is that bad. So congratulations to all of the nominees. Dr. Newman and Mr. Kazoukas, my office has heard from constituents who rely on Social Security and Social Security disability payments and have received letters demanding money back for overpayments made by the agency. According to recent reports, critically low staffing levels mean it could be several years before the Social Security Administration can reassess cases and catch overpayments. Some individuals are even receiving bills from the Social Security Administration that date back 40 years. In your view, how much of this is caused by chronic understaffing at the Social Security Administration?
Senator, thank you for the question. I think that this highlights perhaps the distinction between the role of the trustees and the folks who run the Social Security program. Obviously, Dr. Newman and I, if confirmed, would have the privilege of serving with those folks and that leadership. And our role would be to assess the financial and fiscal future of the program, to provide data and information to this Congress and the public about the disability insurance program in terms of its financial status and the like. So I think that the kinds of questions you're perhaps getting at relate to the administration of the program day to day, which we wouldn't be involved in.
Well, except that in terms of its fiscal integrity, if we are talking about 4 decades that people are getting notices, if we are thinking about the rate in which there may be overpayments, and of course, even though you're looking at fiscal integrity, I would assume that you also want the program to work well as it relates to the well-being of the beneficiaries. This is an issue because if we're talking about millions of dollars, it goes to the fiscal integrity. Wouldn't you agree?
I could see the connection as part of the larger, broader picture of the way that the finances roll up to the program. Sir.
Let me ask you this, both of you. According to the Social Security Administration Inspector General, during fiscal year 2022, the agency, and this goes to fiscal integrity, clawed back $4.7 billion of overpayments, while another $21.6 billion remained outstanding. According to recent reports, those who receive Social Security payments say they've gotten letters stating they must give back thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars to the government because of overpayment. What else would you be looking for to have fiscal integrity here to make sure that we're not talking about billions of dollars, assuming that the administration is right and these are overpayments? Obviously, to some degree, there has to be a universe of it that is, but it's a very significant number.
I would just add that I totally agree with Mr. Kazoukas in his response to your question, but I've also read these articles that I think you're referring to, and I understand how this is such a serious issue for families who are suddenly asked to repay large amounts of money that they didn't know that they owed. I really think, however, that this is more a question for, say, the Social Security Administrator, because our role would be more to look at what are the effects on disability spending trends and obligations to the Disability Trust Fund. But the broader issue is I think this has a profound impact and is very scary for families when they get these letters.
No, it's usually scary for them. But it also goes to the integrity of the system. If billions of dollars are being paid out that, in fact, should not have been paid out, then I do think that as trustees, you'd be looking at that as something of concern. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I think that is a fair statement, and it is something that I would look forward to discussing with the actuaries and the public, the other trustees, if I'm fortunate to be confirmed.
Mr. Kazoukas?
I would as well.
Yeah. Okay. I think with that, I'm satisfied with the questions I want to ask you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're